Alright YouTube, so we are back with some more content on the second channel. It is still gaming related. Most of the content on this channel is going to be gaming related, but we can really do whatever we want here, just talk about whatever. Also, it kind of seems like we're doing almost like a weekly video, like one video a week or so. That's not necessarily the schedule, there is no schedule, but that's kind of what we've been sticking to so far. So on to the topic of the video, I came across an article about Sony putting out a patent for the PS5 where players can, like, pay money for hints for games or something. And the thing is, this isn't some, like, supposed leak from some guy on Reddit whose brother works for some guy that works for Sony. Like, this is an official patent. Patents and trademarks and things like that are public knowledge. While strategy guides and walkthroughs have been helping frustrated players complete their campaigns for ages, Sony seems to have a plan to change how players research for assistance when they get stuck in a new feature for the PlayStation 5. According to a recent leak similar to the patent that changes the PS5's game invite system, the PlayStation developer might be planning to replace and monetize walkthroughs themselves. Despite Sony's attempts to delay and hide details about the PlayStation 5, it cannot hide certain information that must be registered. In a new patent filing, Sony described a new software system that studies player data in order to understand how to get past certain challenges. It then uses its findings to provide hints to PS5 users and refer them to more microtransactions that could help them get past the current challenge they face. If the patent were implemented into the commercial version of the console, the PlayStation 5 would process the game data through an intentionality module to determine what the player was attempting to do. It would draw upon machine learning, community data, and inputs from the user itself, run the information through the language processor, and when the player asks how to defeat a boss, for example, the PlayStation will inform its user on the most frequently used method to win. So everything we're seeing is good on paper, except for putting things behind a paywall, of course. So you say you're stuck on a hard boss on a game, you can ask your PlayStation 5 how to defeat the boss, it'll go through a process, and then it'll give you the most frequently used method of defeating that boss. That's all good, that's very awesome, that's a cool little feature to have on your console. But putting stuff behind a paywall, that's obviously the fucking issue. Why would I pay Sony X amount of dollars for how to defeat a level, a boss, whatever, when I can fucking obviously look it up for free? Online, on YouTube, on Google. Why would I give them my money? It kind of reminds me of those dudes that buy nudes and pay for premium Snapchats and stuff. Like, bro, porn is free. I have nothing against walkthroughs themselves. They've been a staple in gaming since the Nintendo, maybe even, I don't even know if there was a walkthroughs for the Atari games, but there's been walkthroughs for gaming for a very, very long time. I have nothing against that or selling that. And I've owned a handful of walkthroughs in my day. Whenever I pre-ordered a copy of Fable 2 back in the day, on launch, I also bought a walkthrough. I've also had a walkthrough for Fallout New Vegas that I used to keep in my bathroom, and I'd read it every time I was on the toilet, just to soak in the lore and information of the game. And I've been using the hell out of walkthroughs online for the past year or so, playing some of the older games like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 12 Zodiac Age, all on Xbox One. Been going back through and playing those games with walkthroughs and learning new things that I never knew about those games. So walkthroughs are something I really, really enjoy. This is just Sony trying to capitalize on that market for some reason. Like, I don't even understand what this is. Why is this even a thing? And how much are they going to charge for these hints? And I don't know. It's weird. So right here we have the actual patent. Everything on the right is the server side of things whenever you ask how to defeat stuff. So the example we have on the left is, hey PlayStation, how do I defeat the boss? All of this stuff happens. It comes back with 80% of players like you defeat the boss using Resource X. And then you see on the screen, Resource X, buy now. Resource X is just a filler term for whatever the answer might be. So 80% of players like you defeated the boss using the flame spell, the bow and arrow, headshots, running around doing chip damage. You could put anything there. And that's what they're trying to sell to you, is that hint. To me, that's fucking absurd. I don't even know why this is a thing. Like, this would be a really, really cool feature if it is free, right? Like, if you're in the middle of a game, you don't have to pause and pull up your phone or go on your computer to look up tips and walkthroughs. You could just be like, hey, PlayStation, how do I defeat this boss? And it comes back with an answer, like, almost instantly. That shit would be awesome for free. I don't care what the price is. I don't care if it's $1, a quarter. It's ridiculous that they'd even charge for this. And to be clear, as of right now, it is just a patent. It's an idea for the console. There's no confirmation that it will be implemented in the final product. A lot of things that get conceptualized never make it to the final stage. It'll be very interesting to see how they handle this, if it makes it into the final product, and if it still is something that costs money, or if they want to do it for free, because I gotta imagine there's going to be backlash from this. So I'll pass it up to you guys. What are your thoughts on this? I imagine most, if not everybody, would be against this. And again, why would you even use this anyways, when you can look up how to do stuff for games for free? It's just such a weird thing to try to garner some money from the players. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay updated with more gaming news. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid. And my Discord. Links to most social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Till it comes to conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you to know that